Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper.
Yo, it's your boy Zed Don, and we are back at it again with another episode of Inspire Empire Podcast. Today we got my boy, the myth, the legend, Greg Tichenor, the owner of Empire Styles Podcast. Empire Styles, not Empire Styles Podcast.
I was like, damn, wait a minute.
Sorry. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
My name is Greg Tichenor. I am the owner of Empire Styles, and we started this thing. If you guys don't know the story already, which the story is probably deeper than what I can put on here, but we started this thing about almost 3.5 years ago in a mobile shop, and then we started to move towards a brick and mortar because we outgrew that. And life has just been going fast and moving quick. And, man, we learn as we go. We are true entrepreneurs to the fullest. And God has blessed us to be able to continuously do this every day. And we're just grateful to be here. So,
Yes, sir. And a little backstory on it. A lot of people don't know. Greg started this whole business plan just with a piece of paper. And if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have me here today. So big thank you to
thank
you.
you, man.
And we pretty much want to sit down and talk about the capacity to love. What does that mean to you exactly?
I feel like the capacity to love is something that I've been taught over time. Is kind of I guess I'm always asking myself, what is that? You know. Am I loving the right way? Am I giving myself the respect? Is the person that I want to be with loving me in the right way? Am I giving that back to my kids? The right love? It's always I feel like it's like a science to it, and it's a formula that we're always trying to configure, and we're always trying to make it one whole piece, even though we may not be a whole person. You know what I mean? So that I don't know, man. You know, I feel like love to me is probably one of the greatest gifts that I have, because I love very hard. I like to give to everyone that I possibly can. I'm obviously not perfect. I've made plenty of mistakes that have put me in a position where I had to find out what that type of love is at that point in time. Right. And then try to configure out okay, that happened to me. I did something wrong. What can I do to not fix it or put a Band-Aid on it, but actually understand it and to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you talking just on a relationship standpoint or just like friends?
All of it. You know, okay. All of it. There's always things that we go through every day, and we try to kind of, like I said, figure out what love is in that situation, whether it's hard or easy. We're still like, damn, yeah. And you're just like, what is it? I think that is that is a huge issue, is we see certain things as love that aren't it.
I mean, because like you said, we've been through certain things and it can make you act a certain way. I think another thing that goes into it is egos. Like, a lot of people got egos.
Right.
A lot of people got pride. For me, I have a bad tendency to put people through tough love.
Yeah.
Instead of being this affection, I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, motherfucker. Because I love you, but get your shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a lot of people, because that's how I was taught.
Was raised right.
Yeah, I was raised that way. I wasn't raised like this lovey-dovey, everybody kiss all over me. It was hey, get it together. Tough.
For real.
Get your shit together.
For real.
And I've also learned that's an ego.
In
a way, because I'm not willing to change
the communication.
You know what I'm saying? How we spoke about how that situation happened.
Yeah.
And this person felt
a certain way.
He felt some type of way, and I was just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. I'm not gonna accept.
You already heard what I said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's I'm also one of those people, because that is a form of love, holding someone accountable. But at the same time, you gotta meet someone halfway.
Yeah.
You
gotta
be like, it's either my way or the highway. You feel me? I feel like I've always wanted to ask you this, because I don't have a daughter. With you having a daughter, do you feel like that's made you tap into that a little bit like of understanding love a little bit more?
Yes. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care if you have a daughter or not. But I'm telling you one thing right now. When you have a daughter, that is going to make you as a man see your life way differently. I can't go to her and talk to her the way I talk to the boys. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't go up to her and be like, hey, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that again. That's not how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they receive that type of love. The boys receive that type of love from me in a different way, which makes them be like, yeah, I got you. With her, it's like, why? Why can't I? And I have to give that love
You got
differently.
to tone it down.
I have to tone it down and give it differently, which has made me see myself in a different light, because there's a lot of times where I am tough love, and I will give that to you. You know, I'll give it to you if you like it or not. And I've had to tone that down as far as like, what type of man do I want to be? What type of man do I want her to be with? And I can't see another man giving her tough love. Like, that's not realistic for her, you know, and it's not realistic for me to give that to her like that. So I had to change the tone.
I feel like that's not realistic for any woman, to be honest. Even though I give it,
Right.
but also to a point, I've tried all right, I'm gonna try, you know what I'm saying, my best to cope with what you're saying, and I'm gonna give it to you. But sometimes, like I said, egos come in, and once you give it to them, it's like I feel like I'm being walked over, you know what I'm saying, in a weird manner, just like
that's in that right there, when you feel like you're being walked over, is an unhealthy characterization of like how we saw love in the past from who we were taught love from. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a bad behavior that I do sometimes too as well. You know what I mean? Like, bro, so I hear you, like 100%.
yeah, because like I get that feeling. I'm like, all right, I already did it once. I'm not gonna let you do it again. Okay, here it is. Like, and I'm just like, nope, not letting up this time.
Yeah,
no,
bro.
I can't do it because you're gonna do this now. So
You feel like you're almost trying to like protect yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. But like, and that's where it comes into like, hey, am I being loved correctly, or is it me?
Yeah,
you know
is
what
it
I'm
me?
saying?
And you
Or
start
maybe-
nitpicking at every
Right.
little thing.
Exactly, or maybe it's just both of you. Like, and that's like something that kind of fucks you up too, because it's like, well, I don't feel like I did this right, but she did this. But like at the same time, you can't point fingers.
You can't point fingers, man.
Both of you.
You can't point fingers
in a weird way.
It takes a lot of humility to like look at yourself first before you look at somebody else and say like, I might be that problem. You know what I mean? I might be that problem. We all have toxic traits that we do sometimes. You know what I mean? It ain't perfect, but recognizing that type of love you're giving out is the most important. And I've had to do that a lot as a business owner. And as someone that has kids, like, I have to really see myself first. And I'm not good at it. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say I'm perfect or gung-ho with that, but I try to see that. And when I recognize it, just like taking a step back and just saying, okay, I see myself. I see how that person feels. I'm sorry. I apologize. And like, what can I do to help?
That takes a lot to do, though.
Oh, it takes everything.
It takes everything.
It takes everything.
It takes everything out of you. Because for me, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but like for me, I don't know. In my head, it's like, all right, I said sorry. I expect to change on the other side. So once I don't get it, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh, so you ain't changing?
Exactly. Like
But I'm changing.
So I did this for no reason. Like that's
Yeah.
how I feel in my head, and that's that biggest thing that I've been working on, is trying to just not be so prideful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when someone does something over and over, and you've expressed it, like, hey, please don't do this, or you know what I'm saying, I'm not feeling this. Maybe can you do this? And you're constantly repeating yourself. That's where that is just like, you've had enough. How do you channel that in either a friendship or just like a work environment?
I feel like that's proper communication. That's what men, in a sense, should be doing. Is learning how to properly communicate to each other, and properly communicate in relationships, or as a manager, or as a boss, or as an owner, is how can I get to this person by properly communicating with them how I really feel, without tearing them down, without losing the friendship, I value that friendship. I value your love. I value your work. I value your heart. So if I value you, why can't I talk to you in a way that gives you peace and that gives me peace? You know what I mean? Like, and I value my peace and I value my heart. So why can't I reach you without being aggressive?
I feel like a lot of people are just aggressive in
Oh, yeah,
like me,
yeah.
I'm aggressive as hell. And for me, like, I have a bad tendency of returning the energy. Like, if someone returns the energy to me, and I'm like, I'll let you do it for me, and then I return it back, and then you get upset. It's like, how can you get upset when you've been
Like it's an eye for an eye.
Exactly. So that's how I've always just been raised. And for me, I don't think anything of it because I've been in that environment. So it's like, words to me don't really mean much. You could tell me you love me, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think that is down to the men saying, which most women understand this, and you won't like it. But if you men most for the most part can really give two shits less about you saying I love you. They would rather see the action and the loyalty behind that. So I know they want to express that, and we want to express that, like, I love you, but like, what does that truly mean if your actions behind I love you aren't matching the behavior? Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. And that's what you're talking about. And that's a big thing for me too as well. Don't talk a big game, let's actually be actionable about what we're saying.
Mean what you say and do as you mean.
Yeah. The Bible. Exactly. The Bible.
So like, cause for me, I mean, I've had people tell me they love me and do like some shady shit. Like, for instance, I had an uncle. Uncle was always around, told me he loved me, everything. Caught a bad addiction, stole my fucking PlayStation.
Straight thug. Straight thug.
The day after Christmas.
Oh, he's a thug.
Oh, broke my heart. So
certified.
Words do not mean shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
So like, even my own mother, like, if you tell me you love me, and I'm like, it's just a lot that goes into it, because it's like, you could tell me you love me, but if you're my mom and you say this to me, it's like,
that hurts.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And you still shit on me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Words don't really mean much to me. I need some actions, because for time and time again, when someone tells you something, you're just like, okay, and then they do the opposite. You're like, all right.
Right, man. It's a serious thing. Like, I don't really accept a lot of friendships right out the gate. I'm always kind of like watching your behavior and I catch myself like watching your tendencies, how you walk, talk, feel, and if something makes you mad, how you represent yourself in that time, because that shows me, like, if something gets bad or it doesn't go your way,
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, we have to build up this mentality that you're going to get hurt. You're going to feel pain. People are going to disappoint you. They are going to do that. It's not like this to where, like, everyone is just going to be perfect and they can read my mind and read my heart. Right. And they can continuously tell me and you, like, how they feel in the best way possible. So it's like,
I wouldn't say that sucks, but it's just like, for me, I'm always the one out of the group that's like watching people. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. I don't trust him. Like, that's just how I am.
like he's behind bars.
I just got a lot of trauma of like being screwed over. So it's like,
it's true.
When someone comes tries to come into the circle, I'm like, wait a minute, who is this? Why is he being let in? What are you guys doing? Like, let's not just bring anybody into what we're doing. Fuck them. Like, I just have that concept, and I'm like that even with my friend, like, not my friends, but my girlfriend. Like, she's this is no, who is this? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because
it's a partnership. It's a circle of trust. I mean,
with guys are just different from girls.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll come in the group, they're gonna act cool, but at the same time, they're looking at your girl's profile.
They're Neanderthals.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't blame them, because that's guys. They're men. Like, so we know what men do. So that's why we're like, who the hell? Like, what the hell are you gonna do? Yeah. And it's one thing to do it with a girl, but like, put your money involved.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different.
Yeah, that's a different ball game. Yeah. So it's like what I try to Lord knows I'm not perfect at this, but I always try to lead that by example in my friendships. Like I try my best to give the love that I would want from you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't receive it back, yes, it's going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like in my heart I did the best that I could, and I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't live with not doing the best that I could and then saying fuck it. Like that to me is just like a waste of like, let me give you my heart, let me show you who I am, but then once you show me who you are,
you're like,
best believe I've checked that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've checked that and I've understood it, but I just want to make sure that the behavior, you're working on the behavior. I'm working on my behavior.
Right.
Every day I try my best to work on my behavior. Because I am not the best person with that. Like there's times where I have to really check myself and really understand that like bro, you're nobody.
Right.
And that's how I always feel, is I am nobody. I don't care how big this gets. I don't care how big I am. I don't care. I am no one.
Right.
But I'm everything to my family.
Right.
So presenting myself in that way, it makes me work harder. It makes me feel like I can give more love. It really does.
I feel you. One thing that I've actually tried to work on. So like I have like this weird, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a trauma. I have like this weird desire to fucking I think it's toxic masculinity is what I have like weird toxic, because I'm really quiet, but like once you give me an environment where there's a winner and a loser, I just lose myself. And I'll take it to work and I'll bring it home.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like it becomes an issue when I have a bad day at work and I bring it home. It becomes an issue if I'm, you know what I'm saying? I lose all fucking day and I take it out on my girlfriend. Like, oh, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have like a really bad tendency to do that. And I've been noticing it. So it's like, for me, I'm like, okay, what can I do to make it better? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe I communicate before I get home. Like, I had a really bad day. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, give me a little bit of space. I never do it, and I just blow up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, have you ever had those tendencies, like, where you're like, damn, okay, maybe I need to take a step back and recheck myself. Like, do I need to go to therapy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think as I love what you said that, Zay, because like men as men, or as, I don't want to say men, I don't want to generalize it, but as humans, we try to feel like we can do everything. You know what I mean? And when we don't do everything that we set out to do, we throw ourselves in the dirt and we start nitpicking at ourselves and our insecurities and all the things that we wish we did and didn't do during that day. Instead of saying, I know today's not going to be perfect, but I'm gonna damn sure try to do everything that I said I'm going to do today. And if it doesn't work, I've got to be okay with that. If I fail, I have to be okay with that. If my girl doesn't do what I think she's gonna do, I have to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get to a point in like our lives that it's just like, why am I putting myself in this position to feel this way every day? I'm here, I'm alive, my kids are okay, my business is doing good, I'm doing great at work, even though this day wasn't good. Like, the small things I start to grab.
Right.
And I start to attach that to who Greg is. And I start to say, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay that I failed today. It's okay that I didn't make my goal today. It's okay that my son said, you know what I mean? Like, you know, for real though, like, it's okay that my daughter looked at me like, you know, like, I get it. Like, I'm not that guy all the time.
I feel you.
And we all have to, like, give ourselves that break. I'm not that woman all the time. I'm not that guy all the time, you know, but I love the weakness that I have. I love that. I love that I got a weakness. Yeah. I got to work on it.
Yeah. Cause it's like a weird thing. It's just like, I'm more persistent with things, and I'm just like, I thrive off of success. So like, when it's not there, it's like, fuck. I feel super down. I feel weird. I don't feel like my normal self. So that's what I've been working on, man. It's I don't know how to say it. It's like it's a fucking roller coaster, pretty much. It's a roller coaster because I can channel it, but at the same time, it's like I can't control it.
Yeah.
Like I just lose myself. Even today, fuck, killed it at work. I'm fucking just running all over the house, fucking acting like a lunatic, and my girlfriend's just like, look at me like, are you fucking okay? Like, can you calm down?
You did it.
Fuck no.
You don't gotta be
fucking
Superman.
won.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
I'm about
no.
to win
Like,
again.
that's just how I am, bro. It's like, it's weird. So I've been working on that, and I'm trying to channel it so my son's not like that, because he sees it. And I'm like, and even then, I'm like, I had to catch myself today, because I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. Like, we're going to be, like, I have to let my son be his own person instead of me trying to portray who I want him to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just that type of stuff, because I've been, like, sensing that energy just with me doing that, and it's, like, super
That's
toxic.
love, bro.
Like, it's toxic.
That's love. That's love to see yourself that way. I'm serious. Like, that's love to come home and see yourself that way. Like, for you to, like, do all that and then be like, you'd be walking down the hallway, be like, damn, you calm down. Like, damn, I need to calm. Yeah, something wrong with you. Yeah. That's really love. Like, for real. That is a huge thing, because I feel like, this is my own opinion, but I feel like in this world, we miss that. We miss that thing that, like, I'm not wrong. I am not wrong. If I am wrong, I'll be wrong 2 weeks from now. True. And then I will apologize.
True.
You know, like, to see yourself do the action, and then to clarify with yourself, like, even if it's seconds, minutes later, just say, whoa.
That's not right.
That's not right.
Yeah.
You know, that's love. That's huge love right there for yourself. Which, I mean, you take an L on that.
Right.
But I'll eat it. I'll eat the L. As long as I can recognize it, I'll eat the L.
I think part of it is I'm still trying to figure out who I am as a person. Like, I'm a dad now. Yeah. I barely know who the fuck I am. How am I going to teach this little motherfucker?
You know who you are.
Like, how am I going to teach him about what the fuck I'm supposed to know when I barely even know my damn self? So it's like, I'm pretty much learning with them. And, you know what I'm saying, just trying to take it all in and basket. But, like, for me not to know who I really am and still trying to figure out stuff within myself, you got traumas. I don't go to therapy like that. Like, I mean, I would love to go, but that shit's expensive. And I don't have time to go. But I'm, like, learning by myself organically. And it's been good days, bad days. But, like, I don't think people understand the battle of what men go through to channel that. Like, I think women think that it's just like, oh, we say we're going to change it. It's just like that. And it's like, nah, it's a long process for me to be like, that's not right. You have to do this. It's like when people say you're fighting demons, that's like a literal thing. Like, you're literally
consistent. It's consistently, exactly. I am consistently beating this demon's ass. Literally. You know what I mean? Like, I am consistently, bro. I always tell to my kids, I said, I guarantee you the devil is pissed. Right. Because when I wake up, I am whooping his ass all day long. Because I am okay with taking that L. I am okay with failing.
And maybe that's probably what I got to do, is be okay with that, because I don't like to fail.
No,
nobody does.
Competitive spirit, which camera am I looking at? Competitive spirit. If anyone's played flag football or football with me, trust me, I am the most competitive person besides Mr. Jeremy Hendrickson, but I am the most competitive person. So trust me when I say this, bro. I get it. Like, I 100% get that. But at some point, after the game's over, I'm like, did you have to attack him like that?
Even me on the sideline, I'm like,
you didn't have to get him like that.
God damn it,
you didn't have to do that. You know, so like, it's constantly even checking myself in that mode, in a competitive standpoint, like checking myself.
Yeah, I mean, competitive wise, like on the football field, I'm more quiet. But like after the game, if we lose, it's out.
You mad all day?
I'm fucking upset at everybody. I don't care. I'm going to sleep
all day.
I ain't going to the club now. I'm going to sleep.
He's like,
fuck y'all.
Go to sleep.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's just, I don't know. I have a problem with losing.
Yeah.
I hate it more than anything in the world. I can't accept that. And
be okay,
and I have to stop pointing the finger and be like, it was everybody collectively. We lost together. I'm like, fuck you. You did this. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I can't help it. I can't.
It's a partnership. No matter what I enter into, it's a partnership, whether it's business, whether it's my kids, whether it's, any other type of relation. Like, bro, it's all a partnership. And that partnership is not going to be easy. It's going to be bumpy. It's going to have its ups and downs. I know that I'm going to take some L's, but I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with that I need to grow. I'm okay that I need to grow more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay that I'm not a good father all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay that I'm not like the best business owner all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay that I don't work. I work hard, but I can work smarter. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, I'm okay that I know that I got to learn other things here, and I know that I got to be a better in certain areas. I'm okay with that. I'm okay learning, feeling that. Greg, you're overly aggressive sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get better with that.
Yeah.
It's not okay. So like I'm okay learning the process of being a better man every day, and I'm okay knowing that I'm going to take L's, and I will eat those L's, and I will grow so much more if I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is it's not like, how do I explain it? It's not a marathon, it's a race. That's like a big thing for me, especially with this podcast.
Yeah, bro.
Just those bumps in the roads, it's gonna give you character, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because something gets hard doesn't mean you gotta stop. You gotta keep going.
Tell
And
him. Preach.
and basically just recognize what you did wrong. Come back to the drawing board. Okay, I can do this differently.
Yeah.
All right. I fucked up here. I'm gonna get this right the next time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give up. The giving up is where people
it's easy
really catch a failure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I'm starting to recognize more. The older and older I get, like, okay, don't give up. Just got to keep trying. It's gonna fucking suck for a minute, but it's not gonna go on forever. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. And us really loving ourselves to the end. Us loving ourselves to the end is what's going to really get us to that point, because we got to figure out as men, like, no, we're not perfect. We don't need to do everything. You can't do everything. It's impossible. But just knowing that we love ourselves through the weak times, through the times where we're strong, through the times that we are becoming better fathers, or becoming better business owners, or becoming just anything in general that we have our name attached to, that we're growing in that way, and we're loving the process of whatever that is. The process of whatever that is, I'm going to love it, whether it's hard, whether it's easy. I'm going to love the process of whatever it is.
So as far as you know what I'm saying, being a parent and with your kids, how has this, like, kind of transpired to you? Like, what type of growth and development have you done with your kids over time?
Oh, man. This is like a really touchy one, because I didn't have, when I was like young, I'm talking about 5 years old, my household wasn't like a regular household. So like, my mom was a single parent. It was me and my sister. It was, lacking a lot of love, and it was very volatile. My mom she was so young. She didn't have any direction. So like, what type of direction is she going to give her son? You know what I mean? So like, I started to like kind of find myself really like searching as a kid for like what, like, watching demeanors and watching like the love I was getting from people, and feeling a lot. I was feeling a lot of like, man, I need someone to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I need someone to like really tell me like how to get somewhere. I didn't know what I wanted from it, but I knew I wanted somebody to tell me how to get somewhere. And I would search that out in like people that lived next door, or someone that saw me play football. They would come out and want to teach me and do certain things. But it was like a father figure that I was like, that I didn't know it was like a father figure, but it was like, even it was an older friend, it was something like that. I was always searching for something more to give me more direction. So what I do now with mine is I'm very vocal with what's going on in my life. They know every situation. They know my past. They know everything about my past. I'm very honest. I am telling them I love them all the time. I am giving them real maturity talks. Like, these kids are young, but I promise you they act like they're 30, and they are not playing with you.
Right.
So we've had a lot of talks about what I've been through, what I've done, who I am now. I teach them about business, life, love, women. I mean, shoot, I probably shouldn't be talking to them about women because I'm not good at it. But I'm getting there. So don't judge me, but I'm getting there. But I talk to them about love and what that means to everyone. Like, and how being a leader, and how when people see you, they judge you in the first 10 seconds. You know, they're really not even giving you a chance anymore. I don't even know if the first 10 seconds is right, to be honest. Like,
Right.
So I am very open. I am very honest. I do not lie to my kids. I will not do that. And I won't just let anybody be around them, meet them, see them, because they're very precious. I don't want to take their innocence, but best believe you come to them and you meet them, even if it's on football or whatever it is, you step to them correct, and they will let you know that.
Right.
So, like, it's just been a process of I really want them to feel love. And whether it's hard love, disciplinary love, me just giving them a hug and really speaking to them like they're my friend. You know, I do that because I didn't have those things. I didn't. I really did not. I didn't know what love was as a kid. I didn't even know if I needed a father figure. I didn't know if I needed a mother.
Yeah.
You know, I was always missing in certain areas. I was missing a lot. I was feeling really hurt all the time. I was angry.
So, I mean, so your dad wasn't in the household?
No. So my dad also is a really good dude. I love him. His same name as me. This guy is amazing. My dad got a music. Basically, he was doing music when he was like 17. He got famous really early. Got signed to Def Jam. And who's 17 years old? What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you're going to go sign that contract, and you're gonna go sing, and you're gonna do everything you can. Well, he just got famous really early, and, you know, my mom was kind of left on her own to kind of figure it out, and it hurt her a lot. You know, it tore her apart, but she tried to figure it out every day. She did her best, and when she was trying to do her best, I just found a lot of insecurities in myself that I needed to, like, fix and figure out.
Yeah, and I feel like that's most situations in a broken home, because it was the same situation for me. Like, my dad was in a different state.
Yeah.
I'm the only child on my mom's side. So, like, for me, I had a lot of people that cared for me, but it was just like, they weren't my dad. So
They weren't my dad.
Whatever.
Right.
Like, I didn't care. Everybody's here for me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like how you were saying, I was always looking for guidance, always. Yeah. And then it just got to a point where I was just like, I don't really need anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can do it on my own. I've always been that kind of kid, like, I do it on my own. If my dad won't do it, I'll do it. Whatever. I'll figure it out. And then it turned into you being the man of the house, which gets weird because then your mom isn't like.
She's not like really your mom.
Yeah, she's
like someone that she's like you're almost partnering with her to help her run the house.
And then she gets a boyfriend, and it's like, what the hell? Like, who the hell is, you know what I'm saying? Like
you see me buying groceries now?
Exactly, bro. So it's like a weird concept, because when you get into that era, like the young man becomes the man of the house. Like, I'm the man in your life. Like, so I didn't understand that as a kid, because like when my mom would get another boyfriend, it's like, but what about me? So you're trying to replace me? Like, ooh, he's not my dad. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always had this weird concept, and my mom's not a bad person as well. Very good woman, and we grew up together basically. She was like 17 when she had me. And we just grew together. We learned together.
Yeah, same. I think my mom was the same. I think my mom was the same age.
Yeah, she makes mistakes, and she was young. So the person who she is now is not who she was before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, you got to understand that, because it kind of fucked me up mentally that my dad wasn't there, because it was just like I had men trying to tell me what to do that weren't my dad, and I had to respect them because my mom made me do it.
Yeah.
Then it made me very like.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that shit.
Yeah, it made me very like just irate. Like, I was always just doing the complete opposite of what you said, because fuck you, you're not my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, I don't need you. Like, because I respected my dad that much. Like,
I respect him and didn't even see him.
he wasn't even there. He wasn't there, so I was like fucking 8. So it was just like, fuck you, you're not my dad. So the weird part that I was gonna bring up is like how, isn't it weird how men are like highly valued even though they're not even there? Like,
yeah. Dang, yeah. It's like the Will Smith movie. No, not movie. Fresh Prince. And when
That scene.
when his dad basically leaves to go on I gotta sorry son, I can't I can't take you with me. He's there for a moment. Like, it's like that, and that feeling of how valued that person is to you in your life. Bro, I mean, I watched that scene. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I watched that scene. I was downstairs. It was like midday. It was summertime. I remember like it was yesterday. And I remember just watching that and feeling how he felt. Like, I felt every emotion that he felt. And I walked upstairs. I looked at my mom and I said, why doesn't my father love me? And we just broke down, and she couldn't even look at me. She was trying to cook, but she couldn't look at me, and she was just like crying. And she just said, Greg, I don't. She couldn't give me a straight answer, but at the same time, it wasn't like it. In my mind, it was like that. You see what I'm saying?
Because that's the emotion you feel. Because it's missing.
Yeah, because it's missing.
It's missing. And it's like a lot of people, I was bringing that up with Will on this, like, it's kind of weird how the man is valued. He won't even be there, but like that missing piece could just fix so much.
It could fix so much.
It's so many people. Because like the mom is one thing. The mom's always going to be there.
Right.
Most of the time. And some people, it's not, unfortunately.
Sorry.
But whatever circumstance that is, apologize. But most of the time, it's the man, and it can fix so many holes, like trauma that is given out to people. Like, my dad wasn't here, so I act this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why a lot of women act the way they do. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have a man involved with them. You know what I'm saying? Like daddy issues, shit like that. That happens with men.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, you know, father time.
Literally.
That explains it in what, 4 or 5 minutes? I think that thing's 5 minutes.
Literally. And it's just that, like, for me, I had so much like built up trauma with that, and then me moving here with them, I was so fucking just off the wall. I got here because it was just like I had to adjust from me always being with my mom, and that's like my right hand. Now my dad's here. My mom's not here to save me if my dad chastises me.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure shit out. I don't know if my dad even loves me or you know what I'm saying? So that happens, and then it's just like, well, then I felt a missing piece with my mom because I moved here, so it was like I had a grudge with her. So it was kind of weird, bro. Like, it was like one of the things that I was like, the anger that I had towards my dad transpired to my mom. But like, I didn't understand because no one in the black household, no one wants to speak to the kid and tell them what's going on. You know what I'm saying? In a weird way, like my mom finally tells me, well, I just didn't have the money to take care of you. So
what is it you were seen, not heard?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Seen,
like
heard. That's what they say in the black household.
Pretty much. Like speak when you're spoken to. Okay. Like if I got in trouble, it was just like, well, I said to do this, so I don't care how you feel. Or like, Mom, I feel like I have depression. I'm gonna depress your ass into the dishes. Like, oh, okay.
All right.
Like,
you start scrubbing these.
Like, exactly. So like, I was never heard. I was always seen, like how you were saying. So it's just one of them things, bro. Like, I've had so much trauma built up from that stuff. I feel like I transpired my love that way. Like,
bro.
That's why I'm so big on like accountability. No, just get it done. Because I don't want to hear no excuses.
Like, just tell me you're wrong.
Exactly. Pretty much. I'm right. You're wrong. Fuck you. Like, that's just how I am sometimes.
And see how crazy that is, man? Like, that starts from when we're so young. Like, that starts from when we're, like, babies. And the stuff that we feel, see, and hear. We don't really understand that we're doing some of that toxic stuff until we're, like, 35 or 28 or 27. And we're like, damn. My relationship sucks. Why does it suck?
I didn't understand it until I had my son, because it was just like, once I had him, it was like, I don't want to do any of that shit that like my parents did, or like, I don't want to put him in a situation or make him feel some type of way that I felt, because I don't know how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's weird that when we have kids, that just sparks out of us. Like, you don't want to be toxic anymore. You don't want to have them feel these emotions, because it sucks.
That's a Man, dude, you hit that one too. Like, you don't want to be toxic around children.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you are toxic around children, look, I'm not going to say everyone's perfect, but like really think about how you felt as a kid seeing toxicity in your home or in your parents or in your family. Just really like sit down and think about that. Cause that's, I mean, I'm telling you, that's something that will carry on until they're like 25 or until they go to therapy.
That's where the anxiety and all that shit comes.
I mean, we ain't perfect.
Yeah, nobody's
Kids,
perfect,
we ain't perfect. You know, we have our problems too, but like, we really, as parents and people of like leadership, have to really think about how we handle ourselves in front of that, because that is a form of like I feel it's a form of PTSD to give a child, and that's something that they can take on to their relationships, friendships, whatever. So.
Yeah, that's something like that. It's easier said than done.
Correct.
I'm gonna say that because I mean it's easy to not notice your kids there. And you have a toxic moment, you look back, fuck, my kid's right there. So like you gotta, that's where that ego comes in. You gotta tone it down, just refresh, restart. That's where that communication comes in. Like, hey, don't want to talk about it right now. Kids right here. You know what I'm saying? And the other person has to accept that communication.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people who don't want to accept that.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck you. No, we're gonna do it right here. Don't care if the kid's there.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. Some people are like that. And that's not good.
Those are some thugs.
That's where we transpired into, am I being loved right? Because if you're communicating that and that person ignoring that, that's where the mistreating, that's where that
toxicity,
on both ends is coming in. And my biggest thing is like, how do you tell your partner or just your friend or anybody around you after that, once you do that in front of your child, like how do you go from there? That's my biggest thing.
So let's see. I've had a couple toxic moments where I can be real with y'all because I really don't care. But I've had a couple toxic moments in front of the boys where I was like yelling at somebody. And actually it was at a football coach. You know who you are. But anyway. He called my son something, so I was like, you know, me reacting. I said, who was it? This is me teaching him the way to handle it, right? And I said, what did he say? He's like, he called me Fumbles, Dad. I was like, called you what? He's like, yeah, call me Fumbles. I was like, who? He's like, my coach. And that what I've learned in my childhood is how my mom would handle it. And you just confront that, you know? So I walked up to him. And my son's right next to me. And my son is telling me at the same time, Dad, because he knows, he's like, Dad, look, it's okay. I'm really not mad about it.
Right.
Please don't. Please. I said, chill. Hey, man, his name ain't Fumbles. You understand that? And he was like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I said, don't do it again. I don't want to hear him tell me that you've done that. His name is this, this, and this. Don't do it again. He was like, okay. My son's like, you know, a little embarrassed, but like I just taught him how to be that way. And I was like, I remember after the game was over, we went and got in the car and I just thought about how
that made him feel.
How that made him feel.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really like the coach, but I was like, how that made my son feel. So I essentially just like told him, I was just honest. And I said, son, what I did was wrong. What I said was wrong. I should have handled that better. I was just upset that he might have hurt your feelings, and I was just trying to protect you, and that was wrong of me to do. I was like, I know that you felt this way, and I should have acted better.
I feel you.
And he was like, it's okay, Dad. I just, you know, I was okay. And that's literally how we communicate. But I was just honest with him, and I felt really bad. But, you know, as a father, you have to own that.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that because like I've had situations where we struggling with the daycare thing, kids beating my son's ass. He's a 1-year-old and he likes to kick it with the older kids. You've seen him, and they be beating it. These older kids be beating his ass, bro. I get so upset. I be having to leave because like the person I am, our families be like, who was it? we getting all the
Yeah.
cousins and we are jumping them. That's
Yeah.
where my mind goes. But
Mhm.
I'm like, these are fucking 4-year-old kids.
Yeah,
Like,
they don't know.
They don't
understand.
understand.
They don't understand.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they go through something at home. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So for me, I'm like, I mean, there's even a time at the park, this older kid, they're playing hide and seek, and you know what I'm saying? My son's trying to play. He thinks he can boss up and play.
Yeah,
with
he's
him.
one. He
And they
thinks he's
fucking
20.
push him. And I'm like, it takes everything inside me to be like, you know what, you little mother.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm going to just leave because I don't want to hurt this little kid in front of my son and something happens to me while his mom's at work. So I'm going to just take off. So, like, that's something that I'm learning inside myself because normally I'm like, if it's my little brother, we're about to go up there and fuck these kids up. That's what we're about to go do. But with it being my own little kid.
So I'll be the kid.
Yeah, pretty much. With it being a 1-year-old kid, I'm like, all right, let me just chill out. Okay, that's cool. Like, whatever. We're just gonna leave. We're gonna go.
And that literally comes down to, again, it's all love, and how do I lead with love?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real, it's all love. How do I lead with love? It's all love. How do I lead with love? It's all love. How do I lead with love? Because at the same time, that situation is bad. Like, no kid should be doing that. No kid should be acting like that. But honestly, does that kid understand malice intent?
Mm-hmm.
Does he really understand that he's putting someone in harm's way?
Mm-hmm.
Does he really understand what he's doing? And even if he does, how do I show him this is how you love somebody?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're playing or competitive or whatever. You know, so like,
because my first thought is like, where's the kid's dad at?
oh,
that's what my head goes.
yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna find the daddy. I'm gonna be staring at him from across the park.
Exactly.
Like,
hey, your kid just did this.
He'll be looking at him from across the park.
Fix it. Fix that shit. Like, I be wanting to go.
There's something wrong with him.
Pretty much. Pretty much. He's won. Like, what the hell? So I be going through that, man. But I feel like just with me having a kid though, that love concept, I think I figured that out as soon as he was born. Like, I'm not like a lovey-dovey person. I even told my girl, I'm not gonna be kissing my son.
Oh,
like,
you kiss him all the time.
Kiss the fuck, man. He probably gets more kisses from me than his mom. Like, I'm always kissing him, all over him, fucking hugging him, telling him I love him every day, which is weird because I don't even do that to my own girl. Like, I just don't do it.
It's
like,
natural.
I'm not that person, but like my own kid.
I think you are that person.
Think so?
I think you really, truly, underneath, we all are that person.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many things that happen in life that change our like aspect of like how we do things, and we kind of feel like just like the attitude of I ain't never having kids, man. F them kids.
Have one.
Well, then you have one. You're like, man, I'm having more of them. Like,
Pretty
you know
much.
what I mean? Like, you feel that because you love differently now. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I feel like once I had my son though, it was that love that I needed at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that weird way, like, not to get religious or something, I just felt like the universe knew that I needed someone.
It's like the patience.
Yeah, just needed to learn that patience, needed to learn how to be a leader, had to take on responsibility.
It's beautiful, bro.
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? In a weird manner. Like,
That's
it's
really
just
beautiful,
weird.
man. It really
But
is.
like, for me to have a kid now, to be 27, trying to create a business, all this is basically for him. It's not even for me, for me, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird concept of love that I have because like when he gets older, I probably want to express it to him.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I am. Like, I'm not gonna like just up and tell you whatever, but I hope he understands why I take.
Bro,
a lot
it's
of
like
time.
it's
You know
like to piggyback off of that, like it's I always think about like if it was my last day on earth today.
Mm-hmm. How would you
For
want to
real?
go out?
No, I mean, I think about this all the time. Like, if this was my last day on earth, and I was dying right now, what would I want to see? You know, what would I want my last memories and my last vision to be? And how would I want to feel when Greg closes his eyes for the last time? I want to see the most beautiful things and feel the most beautiful things in my heart and be at peace here so that I can go peacefully and that, you know, that I feel that. And that's what drives like the peace. Like, and I hold on to that. If I was to die right now, is this how I want to feel? No. I don't want to feel like that. I really don't. I want to see my kids when I close my eyes. If I'm married at that time, I want to see my wife or whoever that is. I want to see that. I want to see the things that bring me peace and love, and I know that's going to happen, but I don't want to see anger, violence, upset, pissed, like all the negative things that have happened. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. I think that's a weird concept that you just brought up too, though, because, I mean, the same individual that we were talking about, they were saying that they might be done, right? My response is, so why would you not want to go? Like, is that how you would want to go out? The way you're acting now, is that how you want to go out?
Mm-hmm.
And they can mentally grasp it.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? And this is like a legit question, because maybe I'm wrong, because I could be, because I think everybody is capable of doing something. I don't think there's nothing that you can't do. It's either you want to do it or you can do it, or maybe you just don't want to. But how can you not mentally grasp to change? I feel like, is it trauma, or is it just like that deep rooted trauma or something?
I try my best. I'm sounding like a God blessed commercial. But I try my best to really be like, put myself in their shoes. Because there was a time in my life where everyone thought this and everyone thought that and everyone, oh my God. But I had to like really assess like who I really am and what I have been through in my life and what things need to change in myself to grow, right? But it takes a really like level-headed person and not to have any distractions to really like find that. And I'm not saying you don't want to, but I try to like put myself in their trauma. Like if I was in their trauma, would I be the same, bro? Probably not. You know what I mean? Would I be where they're at? Probably so. You know what I'm saying? Like I just try to put myself there because I feel like I've felt every emotion in this world that I've seen almost everything, and I'm young, so it's like I wish I didn't see some of that or feel that, but at the same time I'm glad I did because it's helped me grow. Right. So in a sense, I'm just saying like I put myself in that person's shoes before I attack. And before I go on the defensive, I try to put myself in their shoes, and I try to display myself in a way, and I try to communicate differently because I know if someone would have communicated differently to me at those times when I was going through that shit, when I was going through my dark moments and I was in that box by myself, when someone communicated differently to me, how much love they shown me and they didn't give up on me, how much that made me a better man today. And that shit changes every perspective. And then I look at that differently and I change the way I speak to that person real quick because I already see I can't give up on you because I did have people give up on me. I did. I did. I had people walk away. Yeah. You know? And I won't do that. I won't. I will not.
I feel you.
I won't turn my back. Because when you turn your back on somebody, I guarantee you when you're in that hole and you can't figure out the emotions and you can't figure your shit out, you want someone there in your corner to help you fucking fight that demon back. You want that. You need that.
Right.
So.
I feel you. I get you and I hear you on that. It's just for me, I've always been I'll get it done myself type of person. You know me. I'll go off in the corner and chill for a minute. And be cool. Like, that's just how I've always been. It's not like a matter of people talking to me or anything like that. It's just like, I'm going to get this shit. Right. Like, that's just that perseverance I've had. But like you said, I've never put myself in someone else's shoes. I've always attacked or like told people like, hey, this is what it is. And I'm cool. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like those people that are putting those emotions out onto me, they don't understand what I'm going through.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a hard
it's a
push-pull type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Because like, people are like, hey, you're going to give up on me. It's like, I got a kid, man. Like, I think I got time to be out here trying to...
Caring for you all the time?
Yeah, like, I got a kid.
Yeah.
And that I have to always be with, you know what I'm saying, that I have to provide for.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing but time right now to work on. So like I don't have time to be dealing with this. I love you, you know what I'm saying? And that's where my tough love comes in. But at the same time, I've had people tell me like, you don't care about me, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not that.
I don't think it's that. It's just more like they've never reciprocated love that way, like accountability. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people struggle with that. They want somebody to coddle them, and I'm just not that person. I'm not gonna coddle you. I'm gonna tell you what's good. I still love you. I don't hate you, but you got to change your ways.
And that's not bad. Like it's not bad. That's just how you show love right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's how you show love right now.
For sure. So I mean, we're coming up close to the end. I kind of just wanted to know, like, what do you want people to take from this podcast?
I want people to take love yourself, man. I say this every time. People probably hear about me talk about this all the time, just randomly, because I'll talk about it. But like, love yourself. It took me 26 years to love myself, and to have peace in myself. I remember the day that I really felt that for myself. It's just really like, be okay with making mistakes and love yourself. Be okay with like not being perfect. Be okay with not making enough money. Be okay with like having shortfalls, and just really like be in tune with that person inside, and be in tune with, you know, your mind, and don't let your heart take over. You know, that's an emotion, and don't let that heart take over. Let your mind really think about and assess every emotion, everything you're doing, and think logically, and know that your time is coming.
I feel it. I respect it. I appreciate you coming on, my man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
I definitely appreciate you. This was a good one for sure. That's all we got for today's segment, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and that's all we got for today, church.
Hey.